Hello, good day, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's DJ, Q Macro. This is not really a hands-on SAP dev thing, but I guess by association it is, because this is about Kubernetes, and of course that is relevant for us SAP developers and technicians. So this was, well, apart from a couple of minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, this is a completely unannounced live stream. Sort of an experiment as well. An experiment in a number of ways. An experiment with Raspberry Pi, with Kubernetes, with Alex Ellis's k3sup or k3sup. There's been a lot of talk in the last few days, actually, where we got the sort of the Kubernetes and the OpenFaaS worlds sort of merging and interconnecting with our SAP world, which is great. And Oliver Jägerl also posted something on Twitter about getting some ABAP code, ABAP written functions running on OpenFaaS as well, which is pretty wild. Anyway, I thought I'd spend, I don't know how much time, probably less than an hour, setting up this a single node Kubernetes cluster. In fact, this is the post that I wanted to go through, and Alex is very kindly just replied here. This is amazing. It's a live interaction with the superheroes of today, and he's recommended another couple of posts. I'm aware of this one, the Home Lab. That's a little bit more involved, and I just want to do a really short one for now. So I've had a read through this, and I think it would be quite good to do. This is the let's go there. Oh no, that's not it. Sorry, I meant to do. Whoa! This is amazing. Where was it? Alex Ellis walk through. Here we go. This is the one. So what I suggest is that I'll go through this. Go away, Medium. God, I hate Medium so much. When I go through this, I'll do it on my Raspberry Pi, which is behind me, and I'm using Lightstream's Green Room Guest to be able to have another machine. I've got another machine over there. You can see it not behind me. A MacBook Pro with a camera pointed to the Raspberry Pi cluster, although I'm going to only use one of the Raspberry Pis. So yeah, let me know what you think as we go. Have you tried this before? Yeah, let's just find out. What I've done just before, earlier this morning, I got a 32 gig SD card, a SanDisk one. Alex recommends these SanDisk ones anyway. And I've burnt Raspbian Lite, it's Buster, the latest one, 13th of February 2020, onto this. I used, my main machine here is a Chromebox, and I used the Chrome recovery utility to actually burn this, and I selected the downloaded zip image instead of a normal Chrome OS recovery image. I've also added an empty SSH file into the boot directory, into the boot partition, so it should allow SSH access. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk over there and stick it in the top Raspberry Pi in the cluster. Ooh, stick it in the right way up as well. There we go. There. Get in. There we go. And I'm running this cluster of Raspberry Pi 4s with 4 gig each. I'm going to stick this in. I've got power over Ethernet hats in each one. So I've just plugged in pushed in the RJ45 connector into the Ethernet port at the back. That should start up now. The other thing you can see here is an old Raspberry Pi original version, like the Model B, which I use for various random things. That's just running there anyway. So yeah, I think you can see some. I'm going to put this blind down. Maybe you'll see the light a little bit better. There we go. Yeah, okay, so let's do that. Let's go through and have a look. I will bring up my Crostini container, because what I also want to do is continue my exploration of running stuff in ephemeral throwaway development containers on Crostini, which is of course the Linux support, the support for Linux on Chrome OS. There's LX, the Linux container daemon running, and I can access it through LXC here. I've set it up to access to be able to access that through the default container. And I've got Penguin, obviously, which is where I am right now, but I've also created a container called dev. And I've also got in my dot files, a container script that will basically create a new throwaway container. I'm still sort of working on that, but we'll see how it goes. In fact, I'll start that off now. Dot files container new. We'll call it cub. It's like 3-letter names, and we'll have the user DJ. This will take a few minutes. So while that's running, let's go back to this walkthrough and see what Alex has to say. I mean, obviously, I read this last night. Really nicely written. So need a Raspberry Pi 4. Okay, I've got Raspberry Pi 4. That's the thing that's at the top of the cluster there, and it's a 4 gig RAM one. I've got this 32 gig SD card. Fine. I'm powering it through the power over Ethernet. That's working really well so far. And I've already, this is what I've done. I've already flashed the initial operating system onto it, the Raspbian Lite, and it's a Buster version. Lite because it has no sort of X installed, no UI installed. And this is what I've also done as well. So obviously by default, for security reasons, SSH is not enabled on new Raspbian images. But if you just create a file, touch a file called SSH in the boot partition, then it should cause SSHD to start. I've seen this sort of thing before, finding out what the host name is that's broadcast. But we also probably can install Nmap and have a look at that as well. I've not really used Nmap that much, but I think that could work nicely. So there we go. So let's bring that back down. Let's bring that back up there. See where we are with this. This is installing various packages with apt, sort of packages that I've determined to be development packages, and for example, curl and tmux and vim and various other sort of development utilities. One really interesting thing is that another live streamer, rather famous live streamer, Jeff Fritz, C# Fritz on Twitch. He is doing this. What's it called? Minimal March, where normally I think he uses a Windows machine to develop his .NET and .NET Core and so on. He bought a cheap Chromebook from supermarket in the US, $200 type thing, and is putting things together to develop on that as an experiment. And so yeah, it's a really interesting experiment. I'm a big fan of developing within this sort of context of Chrome OS and containers and so on. Anyway, we're almost there, which means I can stop sort of talking and get on with seeing if we can see the Raspberry Pi. I'll see in the camera it's booted up, got the right lights there, I think. And so there we go, creating user DJ and environment. I used Figlet in the past, but having seen Alex use Figlet, Alex Ellis use Figlet for his various bits and pieces, including k3sup and arkade and so on, it's really nice. So there we go. Well, actually, why don't we let's just install those plugins. There's a couple of things that I like to do to install the plugins for tmux, and also let's just get those things installed in Vim, just in case we need to edit that stuff. This is basically the only thing I need to do after that once I've created this container. I could automate this bit as well, but there we go. Okay, so I've got this container called cub, and I've got a user ID in there. So ping raspberry dot local. I have a feeling that, yes, sudo apt install inet utils ping. I need to add this to the list of, yeah, okay. There we go. Let's just kill that for a second. LXC list, LXC exec, kube bash. I want to give myself sudo access vi sudo dj no password equals all what's it? What is it? Dev what am I doing? Sudo. I thought I put that in dev. Bash. I can never remember the format of this. All equals all, no password all. That's crazy. Okay, so what was it? All equals all, no password colon all. Okay. There we go. Vi etc. sudo as all, dj all equals all, no password all. Oh no, it's not dev. We want cub, don't we? We want cub. Right. So perfect. Okay, let's just start team-up session. Right, ping sudo apt install inet utils ping. This is all what I need for my container, not anything to do with what Alex's description requires, but I want to sort of go through this anyway. So ping raspberry dot local. That's an unknown host. However, I've got a feeling. There we go, Raspberry Pi.lan. So it announces itself, the Debian Buster announces itself as that on the LAN, which is cool, fine. Sudo apt install nmap. We should be able to see that as well, right? Come on. So I do like the idea of having these sort of throwaway containers, and especially so that, you know, I'm starting absolutely from scratch. Hold on a sec. Nmap, what Alex tells us to do is scan 192.168.0.0, but this network here on the Google Wi-Fi is 86.0. So let's have a quick look. Yeah, I like to sort of start with a fresh slate and then get rid of stuff. There it is, Raspberry Pi LAN, 192.168.86.54. Perfect. Okay, so let's SSH into it. In fact, why don't we config? I've already got that there. That was copied in from the build of this container. Host, I'll call it Pi. Host name raspberry pi.lan, and the user is going to be Pi. So now I can just say SSH Pi. Yes, raspberry. That's the default password. Fine. Let's just change the password. What? Oh, current password. Sorry. But also what I'll do is I will SSH copy my ID to Pi. So now I can just SSH Pi and I'm there. Okay, that's nice. everything's set up for the Pi. So now in Alex's instructions here, which I'm basically reading from here, change the password, okay, fine, and also we'll run Raspberry config to reduce the memory for the video. I think Alex is referring to. So sudo, I think it's sudo Raspberry config, and it's in the advanced, isn't it? Memory split. We want the minimum amount of memory for graphics. Finish. Let's reboot now. Yes, fine. Okay, so we've got that set up. It's just rebooting. So all the stuff I've done so far is not really related to what's required for Kubernetes and k3s and ketchup and everything. It's more related to my setup here. But I guess this is sort of what you'll also see for yourself in some shape or form. So once the Pi comes back, having read through this, you can see that the whole idea is that we're now going to treat the Raspberry Pi as a headless server, which of course is what it is anyway, but do everything on this local machine, this local container, in this case on kube. So in order to install kube control, kubectl, or some people call it kubectl, which sounds really weird. Install kubectl on Linux. There we go. I've seen this before. Let's have a look at that, actually. Let's bring that back up. We can do that while the Raspberry Pi is rebooting, right? So what do we have? By the way, oh yes, what I meant to do was I'm using tmux partly so I can yeah, there we go, sort of cut off, so the scrolling will be better, so you can see what's behind the video of the cluster there. So let's just do that again. Let's paste that in. So this is getting, it's a really strange strange command, because it's got, I'll show you actually, it's got some interpolation, some backticks in here as well. So let's do this first. Let's grab that and paste it in. All this is doing, obviously, is getting the latest version, latest stable version, and then it's using that in the real curl command, or the outer curl command, to go and grab the binary for that latest version. Ooh, hold on. Copy that again. Let's paste that in. And of course, all we need to do after that, according to the instructions, is add the executable flag and then move it to somewhere local. Use local bin. Okay, fine. So change mod plus x kube control, and then let's move it kube to user local bin kube control. Oh, user local bin. Is that on my path? User bin. User local games. User local games. Okay, let's just move user local bin. Local, what did I do wrong there? Use local bin. Did I not do it? It obviously didn't work, did it? Yes. Okay, so kubectl, fine, wonderful. Okay, so now let's bring that down again. We don't need that anymore. We want to install ketchup. The Kubernetes installer. Okay, fine. So there's another one of those things here. In fact, let's just grab this. The way this works, I guess, is it's one of those scripts. So curl. Let's just paste that. Let's have a look there. Oh, we want to follow redirects, don't we? -L. And this has just got some bits and pieces here. Downloading package. As CLI get package. Okay, fine. So let's just run that whole thing. Curl -SSL. suspect that second S should be a large S, not a small s, but there we go. Wow, running with sufficient permissions, perfect. And there's a really nice use of Figlet there. So k3sup, cool, it's installed. Okay, nice. Let's make that a little bit smaller so we can, there we go. So we can see what's going on. Right, so now we've got, let's see, let's bring that up here. We've installed k3sup, k3sup, install arkade to get Kubernetes apps the easy way. Yeah, the arkade installs apps the easy way using upstream Helm charts, but hiding away the greedy and boring details. This is what we want. Oh, there we go. There's the use of the capital S curl SSL. Let's do that as well. Okay, fine. Oh, I can hear the fan on the Power over Ethernet hat, which is quite exciting. Let's bring that up again and install arkade. So let's have a look. Copy that. This is from Alice's GitHub organization. Downloading package. Come on, come on, come on. Perfect. So arkade's been installed. Arkade. Wonderful. So the next thing is to install Kubernetes with k3sup and k3s. So the k3s is like a cut down, but still production ready version of Kubernetes for small machines. And we want the IP address of the Raspberry Pi. So let's do that now. So let's bring that up again. Export IP equals 192.168.86.54, wasn't it? And then k3sup or k3sup install with IP. We probably need the IP address again. That's why I guess we put it into a environmental variable. User pi. Okay, so that is now. Oh yes, that is now using my SSH key to log in to the Pi and then run that curl command, I guess. Yes, that's pretty nice. Oh dear, could not resolve host. Interesting. That's interesting. Couldn't resolve host. Get. Is the Pi on the interwebs? Let's have a look. SSH Pi. Ping get.k3s.io. It is. Okay, let's try that again. Go back here. A temporary glitch by the looks of things. Okay, starting k3s. And then it says, in a few moments, you'll receive a kubeconfig file into your local directory with an instruction on how to use it. Okay, fine. Find the node and check if it's ready yet. Okay, that's quite exciting. So we'll see when that's starting. There's a fan there. Is that because it's getting warm? It's not that warm, but we'll see. Okay, perfect. So now there's the file. It saved the file to home DJ kubeconfig. Let's export that. Yeah, oops. Let's export that. Okay, so what's in there actually? Okay, API version v1, certificate, blah, blah, blah. Okay, oh, important. I guess there's a server address which is pointing to the Pi. Okay, and we got some sort of password, admin password as well. Okay, that's fine. So kube control get node o wide. Oops, sorry. Status ready. In fact, the wide is quite wide, isn't it? Let's just see what we get without that. Okay, fine. Age 55 seconds old. You can add -W to most kube control commands to watch or stream the output status so you can save on typing later. Perfect. So now let's go and go to the next bit. By default, K3s comes with the metrics server, which is used for pod auto-scaling and getting memory and CPU for pods and nodes, kube control. Top node and top pod, all namespaces. Ah, yes, okay. So from what I understand, kubectl, keyboard's in the wrong place, that's why I'm typing. Kubectl top node. Oh, okay, it's not ready yet, probably. The metrics, top pod, all namespaces. Nothing there yet. Now, I did look thinking, wow, this all namespaces, I've seen this quite a lot, and it's quite a lot to type, but actually what you can say is -A with this version of kube control, some later versions of kube control. Let's have a look at that again. Top pod, top node, not available yet. Okay, fine. While we're waiting, can we do that with -W as well or not? No. Top node. Okay, we'll see. Let's bring that up here and have a look. Now let's install one or two apps, run arkade install to see what's available, but note that not all projects in the CNCF landscape work on ARM devices. CNCF, interesting. Cloud Native Computing Foundation. That's the foundation where it governs Cloud Foundry as well, isn't it? So we'll do an arkade install --help while we're waiting. Cool. Wow, how annoying is this Medium blog post viewer? Awful. Okay, so let's put that down again, and let's just see again. Let's top node. Oh, top node. Oh no, sorry, top node. That's fine. Top pod. Oh, there they are. There's the metrics server. Okay, fine. What did we want to try and do, or was that working? Top pod, all namespaces. Top pod, all namespaces. That's it, isn't it? It's top pod. Can we do that? No. What was that -W? Am I doing it wrong? But anyway, we want to try the arkade out. Arkade install --help. Cool. Okay. That's nice. So now it says here, let's try the Kubernetes dashboard. Okay. Well, actually, no. Given the time, I would like to jump down to this thing here, which is a lot more exciting, which is OpenFaaS. Let's install another popular application, OpenFaaS. OpenFaaS gives us a simple way to deploy functions and microservices to Kubernetes with built-in auto-scaling. Okay, let's try that. Arkade install OpenFaaS. Right. Arkade install OpenFaaS. Okay, so it says it uses these Helm charts. Extracted tarball, happy helming. Okay, fine. Ooh, gosh, OpenFaaS has been installed. To verify that anything before that, let's have a look. Oh no, okay, fine. To verify that OpenFaaS has started, I mean, this is pretty amazing. We've already got Kubernetes running. We've already got OpenFaaS running, have we? Kube control, namespace OpenFaaS, get deployments. Let's paste that in as well. Not sure what that does. Well, I mean, I can guess what it does, but I mean, there we go. Interesting. Ready? Not ready yet. But I guess they'll be ready soon. Ready, not of one, up to date one, available 0. Okay, fine. Get deployments. Also, where's that get pods? Top pods. System. Okay, cool. Seems all right. OpenFaaS. Get the FaaS CLI. Okay, now we want to get the FaaS CLI. Okay, another download script and run it through sudo. Okay, so we'll do that as well. So we're still on this container here, this sort of cross-DNS-based container. We're installing everything. We've got kube control on here, and we've also got the arkade on here and k3sup. And now we've got the OpenFaaS CLI, and FaaS CLI. I've played around with the FaaS CLI once before, and I vaguely remember that FaaS CLI and FaaS, you can see there, are the same thing. Okay, cool. Right, so if basic auth is enabled, you can now log into your gateway. Okay, so wow, this looks exciting. Password equals, okay, we're going to run this command. Let's do it bit by bit. Q control, get secret, echo. Let's just copy that, first of all, and run that. So what this is doing, Q control, get secret. Okay, yeah, so this tells us get secret, and then this namespace, it tells us all the secrets at the high level in the OpenFaaS namespace. But this is a specific basic auth secret, which is this one here. So we're asking for that there. And this looks like interesting. Get secret cube, CTL get. God, that's ugly output. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Output format JSON or YAML. And there's also this JSON path. So it looks like you can, okay, let's just try, what did we do before? Basic auth. So it's asking for a specific property in the JSON. Let's just, okay, fine. Output JSON. Ah, that's it. Okay, so that's what we get from the secret. Have we got JQ installed? Oh, I'm not sure. I always like to have a JQ. I need to add that to the list of packages to install. It's nice. So what we're grabbing is this basic auth password, which is URL encoded, I guess, which is the reason why we decode it. Where is it? Oh, sorry, not URL decoded, encoded, base64 encoded. Fine. Okay, so password equals the result of that. Fine, which is the base64 decoded version of what we saw in there. All right, let's go and have a look at what we need to do. The IP of Alex's Raspberry Pi is that, so we can access OpenFaaS using a node port. I don't know what a node port is. Of 31112. Okay, so export OpenFaaS URL equals. Well, have we still got the IP address? Echo IP. Yes, we have. So export OpenFaaS URL equals HTTP IP bong 31112. Okay. And now echo without return. I'm just reading what's in Alex's post here. Password, that will basically echo it out without giving a new line, and pipe that into FaaS CLI login username admin password from standard in. That makes a lot of sense. That's nice. Credentials saved. Warning: communication is not secure. Please using HTTPS. Okay, fine. We'll do that later. Now, FaaS CLI. What we can see here is that it's telling us we can have a look at the list of functions available for this Pi CPU at the ARM HF platform. Oh yeah, deploy figlets. Okay, so FaaS CLI store list platform ARM HF. Okay, cool. And then FaaS CLI store deploy. Could be this easy. Deploy Figlet platform. ARMHF. I wonder if you can set the platform in an environmental variable or something. So when we've got the OpenFaaS installed on the Kubernetes, on the cluster there, a single node cluster. We're now installing a Figlet function. Ooh. FaaS CLI list. There it is, invocations and replicas. Oh my goodness. And now open the FaaS UI. I'll show you what I'm looking at there. Open the FaaS UI and check your Figlet function using that or equivalent. Okay. So in fact, 192.168.86.54.31112. Ooh, yep, admin. This is password going to be the password that we had before. I guess it is, isn't it? Echo password, that one there. Okay, paste that password in. Save. No, we'll never save that one. There we go. Amazing. OpenFaaS. Select a function or deploy a new one. We got the Figlet function. No invocations. Let's try it. Invoke. Hello world. Amazing. Wow. That's pretty cool. That was a lot easier than I thought, even. I can see there's a couple of folks viewing right now. It's great. Let me know if this is something you've tried already. Would be really. This is really cool. It would be really nice to try kubectl top pod -a. There we go. We're seeing all the pods now, which are basically the things that the containers are run within, right? If I understand Kubernetes correctly. So there's some system containers, kube system, and some OpenFaaS containers. And there's also an OpenFaaS FN. Ah, right, okay, yeah. So the Figlet is in its own namespace in an OpenFaaS function. So if you install another function, I guess it also goes into the OpenFaaS FN namespace. Wow, okay. That's really cool. So we got one invocation. We got Apache Bench installed? No, sudo apt install. Oh, I think it's in Apache 2 utils, isn't it? Yes, okay, so AB requests, concurrency, N and C. We also want post file because if I remember rightly, also I would assume that invoking a function may have a side effect, therefore shouldn't be invocable via a get. So let's try Apache Bench. If I remember rightly, yeah, it's a post file. Remember also to set T content type. Okay, fine. So Apache Bench cat into test data hello world OpenFaaS is lonely. Then we can say Apache Bench. Let's do it top here. Apache Bench test data T AB content type. Okay, so it's just the actual Apache Bench test data T text plain, I guess. Let's have 5 concurrent. Let's do it 500 times. IP, that's the IP address of the Raspberry Pi 3112, and I can see down there that the URL of the function is /function/figlet. Okay, fine. /function figlet. Wow, the fan just went on then. Let's just bring that down. Whoa, invocation count 501. Pretty amazing. Okay, I guess that's it. That was sort of too easy. You can also build your own functions with, oh yes, if you have a Docker Hub login, I do, but then you can try the following, but you'll need to run it on a separate Raspberry Pi with Docker installed, so maybe we'll do that next. Yeah. Hey, Ronnie, hi. Are you going to try it as soon as you've got the time and hardware? Nice. Okay, cool. Nice to see you this afternoon, Ronnie. Very nice. Yeah, let me know later on. Send me a message as to whether this was useful, and also, whether it was useful to see the extra camera through the Lightstream green room guest connection. But yeah, thank you, Alex Ellis, for providing this really nice description. I'll go through it again on my own just to dig into a little bit more to some of the commands. But yeah. All right, Ronnie. Well, thank you for joining. And I guess this will be saved as a recording as well, so we can refer back to it if we need to. So yeah, I guess that's it. Thanks for joining.